the body is a place of expression. I think a lot about how my body is the thing through which I'm actualized, right? It contains me. It holds me and all my meanness. But which is wonderful and provides us with that grounding, gives us that earth. But it's also a place from which we get expressed. There are so many forms of expression that we get through our body, making sounds of pleasure. And this is a key way in which we can grow and expand our joy. So, inviting you to bring to your mind, what sort of sounds for you create a sense of joy? Or what sort of sounds would you make as a response to joy that you're feeling? So we're working with play here. If we trust our body, if we trust in the value of pleasure, if we love who we are and feel our worthiness and can move through shame, we can be spontaneous. We can trust in spontaneity. And I actually spent all of August focused on play, just like, how can I move away from being professional all the time and just like be a little bit more silly and be around people who bring out my childlike qualities, and bring out other people's childlike qualities. So sound is an important one, but so is movement. And you notice as I've been talking and speaking, I've been moving. I'm like moving all the time. And one of the reasons that movement is so great, so inviting you to come into whatever kind of movement you like. It doesn't need to be a wavy movement. I'm finding waves and circles on my things right now. But movement breaks up the tension in our body. And like, I love sort of pandiculating, which is where I just let my body move itself in any way it likes. And sometimes when I have a bad back, I'll like go onto hands and knees and I'll just pandiculate my spine, stretching my spine and my limbs in whatever way, and can like, can sort the problem before it's really become a problem, which is magic. So yeah, inviting movement and now thinking about something joyful or bringing some touch to your body, feeling some like offering your body some care or some pleasure, and just bringing movement and now some sounds into. One thing that's been present for us all the way through, but I've not really focused on, is our breath. A lot of people hold their breath when they're stressed, but they also hold their breath when good things happen. And clients who come looking to move with like more orgasmicity, I'm always saying, let's look at your breath patterns. Let's look at how you're breathing. Let's bring in deeper breaths and more continuous breaths. And one thing you can do if anxiety is building in your body is to place your hands on your belly. So inviting you to place your hands on your belly and just take a nice breath into your hands, moving your hands as you inhale, and then expressing your pleasure can also look like telling the stories of the good things that have happened for you or the moments that have brought you joy. We can be really good at venting and getting negative stuff off our chest and looking for resonances with the people around us. Do you resonate with my displeasure? Do you resonate? It's okay. Is it okay that I feel this way? And we spoke about, when we spoke about shame last week, I spoke about how also, things that are quote unquote good can bring a sense of shame. Like, oh, I'm looking really good in my body, but my friends don't feel good in their body, so I should feel shameful about that. Or I've done, I have a lot of money this week and I feel like splurging and shopping, but I should hide that because it's shameful somehow that I have those things. Or I'm feeling really, really good, feeling so good, and there are bad things in the world happening and I should feel shame about how good I'm feeling. So developing our ability to tell the stories of our joy, of our pleasure, of things that made us laugh, anything at all. That's a wonderful way to keep developing and your ability to express your joy. And we've spoken about attention and how if we aren't focusing our attention on what's happening, I'm focusing my attention somewhere else, then I'm going to miss that. But it's this, we can take it even further to, can you slow down the experience as much as possible to let your mind savor it? And can you not only slow it down to let it savor it, but can you bring your whole body into that experience? So when you get used to feeling, oh, I feel this. And now what I'm doing is I'm putting my attention everywhere. So I'm feeling my whole body feeling this thing. And I'm feeling it, like arousal in my pelvis. I'm feeling a softening through my back. And suddenly my whole body's involved. So just having an awareness that it's possible to feel through our whole body something that's happening here is really important. And my whole body, this is not just like an idea. This is actually happening because our body is held together. We get told in the early grades of school that it's our skeleton. Our skeleton creates the structure of our body, but actually it's the fascia, the connective tissue that holds the body in place. If we just had a skeleton, we'd have and the muscles and everything, we'd have like it all pooled together in the bottom of our torso and spilling into our legs. But what holds everything in place is our fascia. And the fascia is one continuous sheath wrapping around everything, wrapping around every vessel, every ligament, every bone. And so when you might have gone for a massage and someone's been massaging your neck, but suddenly something's releasing in your back or in your bottom or in your leg. And you're like, why is that happening? But it's because every inch of ourselves is connected. There is no separation. There's no separation between this part of my body and my toe, the same way that there's no separation between one part of my psyche and another. And that's why if we're feeling negative things about our body, if we're holding a negative self-conception, then that's going to impact on every other aspect of ourselves. So when we improve our relationship with our body, we improve every other aspect of ourselves and how we feel about that. Okay, the one last thing that I really wanted to share today, when I spoke about shame and how I overcame shame, I spoke about connecting to a greater self-concept than just my body. And about how I had developed a sense of something deeper, like this core sense of self that allowed me to transcend, any small details about how I've behaved, or how I look. And when we're able to ground into that, and then when we're also able to trust in our desires, when we're able to take possession of things that we like and want, when we can appreciate and value joy, when it's okay and we accept everything as it is, we get to a place of trust. So the affirmation is, I trust in this incarnation. I trust in this incarnation. For me, those are such powerful words. Like, I trust this body. I trust this life. I trust the situation. I trust the gifts I've been given and the challenges that I've been given. I trust my arousal. I trust my appetite. I trust this fucking journey, you know? And it's just had those words, when they came through me, have just stuck. And at first I didn't share them with anyone. Then I shared them with one person, and then Tammy asked me, and it was the only thing that wanted to be shared. And I was like, fine, I'm going to share it. And it really is so powerful and has been so helpful for me. And I hope that it resonates with you too and might support you as you continue your journey.